Little, it's for you guys. The Michael Jordan music, baby. Easy now. He is. Let's leave that there. Let's go back up here. Slideshow from the beginning. All right, I think we're okay. All righty, gang, good morning. Is everybody here? Anybody here? Nobody ever sits in the front row. Never. How come you don't sit in the front row? Well, you are in the front row. You are in the front row. It's all for you. All righty, gang, good morning, everybody. Stay with me here. How's everybody doing? I think there's a bunch of people in the kitchen. Anybody want to grab them, yell at them, tell them to get in here? But thank you all for coming, as always. Today is going to be a really fast-moving, action-packed meeting. We got a lot of speakers up here. We got Stacy, who's still at the party from last night, having a great time, Those of you that, let's see, who's here? Stacy's here. Damon, John, Judy. Nathan didn't come to the party. No, he didn't come to the party, so we don't mention Nathan. He didn't want to come. But thank you guys for making it to this meeting. Lisa, thank you. We had our top producers event last night at this new place called SG on Flamingo. I think it went pretty well, right? Did we like the place? Yeah.
New place that's been here 20 years.
Pretty much. I know. Well, for us, it's new. It's for new. Everybody got the autograph. They put their autograph on this little thing. We'll frame it, put it up on the wall. So thank you guys for coming. Okay. A lot of stuff to talk about. These 5 good-looking people, smart, intelligent. They make a shitload of money. They're going to be up here in a minute to talk to you guys. How many of you are on a team now? All right, guys. A lot of bodies out there. Damon and Nathan. Just saying. Well, hi, of course. Okay. Some upcoming stuff. Next week, we're going to have Jennifer Weinberg. If you don't know who Jen is, she's our local business broker gal. So every now and then you'll run into someone who wants to sell a gas station. They want to sell a 7-Eleven or buy that. We can't do that. None of us can. Joe Pessin can't do it. He's not licensed for that. So you have to go to Jen, and she'll explain to you how it works. She's really good. We've known her for a long time. She's used to work here. Really good gal. And the next 2 meetings are going to be at the Southwest office, a broker panel. And then Alex, our corporate attorney, is coming into town. He's going to go there. So you're all invited to go to the Southwest for that meeting, okay? I need you guys to scan that QR code. It's in the handout. I thought I had it here, or maybe I didn't bring it, okay? But all of you got an email from the corporate office with a survey. Great. It's 10 questions, 1 to 10. Takes you more than a minute, you got a problem. Just saying, okay? Real easy. What percentage of our 500 agents are going to respond to it, you think?
10%.
I got 10%.
5.
I got 5%.
15.
I got 15. Well, we don't know yet. but we have a bet, me and the other managers. Whoever percentage of agents respond the most, the other 3 have to take him or her to dinner. So me and Wendy are dying for dinner at the Golden Steer on Mark or Jeff. So please scan that, or it's in there, or check your email. It's easy stuff. It's basically asking you what you like about Realty One Group. What do you like about me and Wendy? What do you like about the girls, about Suzanne? Okay, is there a rock title question in there? I don't think there's a rock title. I think there's a rock title question in there too. So it's 1 to 10. Be honest. It could be anonymous. If you put all bad answers and you don't want your name on it, that's okay. Don't put your name on it. But we'd like to get, 40% of you to respond. 200 out of 500. I don't think that's asking too much, but that would be nice. Okay, and
just like your statistics that you put yesterday, how much of that top percent does the most real estate?
Correct.
So,
Quick little trivia. Other than those that were at the meeting last night, at the event, what does 537 years represent? Anybody know that wasn't at the thing last night? If you had to guess, 7 years of experience. That's the amount of experience the agents that won the awards last night have, not just in real estate, at Realty One Group. So those 35 or 40 agents collectively have 537 years of experience at Realty One Group. I found that amazing. I really did. I mean, not to count the other 10 or 12 years they may have done somewhere else. So it's a really selective group. So, but scan that if you don't mind. Monday, our big holiday around here, St. Patrick's Day. Okay, Monday. It's on a Monday this year, so we're going to do it on a Monday. We've never done it on a Monday before, so we'll see what happens. You know, Monday's not the greatest day for a party, but what the hell? And you can bring some food, right, Suze? A potluck. Bring a, I don't know, Irish stew or whatever your Irish potluck, my corned beef and cabbage. Okay. All right, I finally got this. It's hard to read. It's in the handout, which is hard to read, but it's also out by the oil can. These are the final results for last year of the top 10 companies based on volume. So we were number one again. Okay. Damon pointed out something to me that we're working on. If you can see it up here, it says total number by volume. So of course we were number one. But the other chart we're working on is total number by units. So last year we sold almost 4,900 closings. The next closest was 3,200. So not even close. So that's 35, 40% more than Simply Vegas did, okay? Simply Vegas is pretty much a luxury firm, okay? They have 3 or 4 of the top luxury agents in town. So hang on to that, put it into your listing presentation, give it to your clients. Laura Moran's here, everybody. I just spotted you. Hey, nice to see you, Laura. There you go. Good job. Okay, so that's that. Here's some numbers real quick. The only thing that's jumping out on me is that we're putting a lot of deals under contract, which is a good thing. Okay, that was 2,800 for months. Now it's 31, 32, now it's 33. Inventory is still 5,100. If we compare it to last year, we had 3,400 single-family homes in ER status last February. This February, we have 51. You get the front row. We have 5,100. So the inventory is going up.
So is that going to drive the prices up, do you think?
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know.
They say the luxury market is actually pulling up the
I think
median price per square foot.
I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. I think usually when inventory goes up, prices are flat or even go down a little bit. Okay, but that hasn't happened. Okay. The only other thing that's glaring is we were in the 30s for average days on market forever. Now it's 45. Yeah, so it's taking a little bit longer to get the deal done. Okay, so keep that in mind. That's February of last year. Upcoming stuff, we have Rev Up. The new people in here, you know who you are. Here's Rev Up. Tomorrow, Mark is doing one on open houses. Even you experienced agents. The weather's getting nice. You might have a listing. Instead of pawning it off on a mentee to do an open house, you might want to do it yourself. Okay, so you might want to jump in on Mark's class. It's on Zoom for an hour or so and get some tidbits from Mark because he's done open houses his whole career. He's really good at it. Okay. Also coming up, I want to commend you guys. You guys took the solar class with the CE class with Mike, the CE class with Lee. Green Valley did one yesterday. Ricky did one yesterday at Green Valley. Had 30 agents in there, free. Well, it was $10, but 3 credits. Then he did a little happy hour afterwards. He'll tell you about that. But I'm glad you guys, it was free 99. But I'm glad you guys are taking advantage. This is up in the Northwest in March. I'm trying to go to both. I signed up for Friday. I didn't sign up for Tuesday yet. But these are 2 not general CE credits. It's the ones we need. Law, contracts, things like that. Okay? So you might want to jump on these. They're free. Up in the Northwest, Matt Kolb is teaching them from Key. The builders, this is coming up next, also on that same day in March, down at the Green Valley office. I recommend you go. It's a 5 or 6 hour event. The whole day, they have 20 or so builders in their bullpen talking about new bills, giving out incentives, all that kind of good stuff, okay? All right, guys, we only have 288 of you subscribing to the YouTube channel. Come on, once we get to 300, me and Wendy make 12 cents a month, like I told you. So we're looking for revenue here, okay? So I need 12 of you today to go to the YouTube channel and subscribe. Come on, we got to get to 300, okay?
Use like Go subscribers.
I thought about doing that. Yeah, I might have to do that, Johnny, you know, or call up a bot or something here, you know. But it's 288 of you out of the 500, so come on, let's 12 of you do it here. This is, of course, the summit that's coming up in November. We'll talk about it some more. I think the payment plan is still going on, Suze, right? If you want to pay $100 a month instead of the whole thing at once. So hopefully a lot of you will get to go. I'd like to see you guys there. All right, gang, we have 2 sponsors today. She was at the event last night. She's at our meeting here this morning. None other than Lisa Waldeck, everybody, from Achosa. Yay!
guys, good morning. I've given you all our new brochure. This new product rolled out last week, so there's product out back there too. What we changed in our policy for both buyers and sellers, we now include water softener, well pump, septic, and jetted bathtub on all of our policies. So that's including listing coverage and for the buyers. For you that don't know, in our standard coverage, it's also the HVAC, all of the kitchen appliances, and roof leaks. So again, for your buyer claims, for your seller claims, we cover for all of that at no additional cost. We saw, what was it, 2 weeks ago when we had that rain after 225 days of not having any rain, we had roof leak claims on the listing side and on the buyer side. So we were able to go in, get those covered, and it was not an option that they had to pay for under the warranty. The other thing too that I just wanted to talk about real quick, Tim was talking about days on market or sitting there a little bit longer. Guys, if you're not utilizing that free listing coverage, you're really missing the boat, both on when you're going on a listing presentation to get that listing if you are competing with another agent and they're not mentioning that, or, just talk about that and save your clients some money, because again, things are sitting on the market a little bit longer. When you get it under escrow and that buyer goes in and does that home inspection, when you get that list of requests for repairs back, send a copy of that over to me. I can take a look at it to see if any of that would fall under the home warranty listing coverage. Then you can go back to your seller and say, hey, I know this looks like a long list of items, but I talked to the home warranty rep, and remember that policy I put in place when we listed the house? It looks like items 2 and 7 could fall under that policy. So if you can save your client up to $1,000 in repairs during that listing and escrow period, you're the one that's gonna look like the hero, because we all know nobody wants to put any more money in their house when they have it for sale. Tim also mentioned open houses. If you guys need stuff for your open houses, if you're door knocking, I've got the little bags that you can stick your open house flyers in. If you're farming areas, I can drop off bags to you, stick your open house information in there. I've got coloring sheets that I can create and co-brand to you. So when people come in with kids, if you want to let the parents go off and look at the home undistracted, stick the kids at the kitchen table with some crayons, create like a little coloring contest. It has your information on there, so when they take it home, they're gonna keep that up on their refrigerator, see your information on there. So keep that in mind. If you need that, just reach out to me. I just need your headshot. I've already got the logo, so I can get those to you guys. We're already seeing AC claims. Started this week with that warm weather, so it's happening already. And again, on the listing side, we're seeing stuff, and on the buy side. So get with me if you guys need any information on how to get those enrolled, and I'm here for you guys. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Lise. Thank you. All right, gang. None other than Heather Mirich is here. Come on, Heather. And before I forget, 2 things. You're all wondering about the flooring. So am I. Don't know what the answer is. But there's some sort of, we have moist concrete. Exactly. Say that 10 times. You'll start wiggling around here, There's no leak in the building. There's no mold. We did mold testing. So some people thought, you see water, you see wood, we have any mold. But somehow the concrete is still in a condition that they can't put the adhesive down to put down the tile. So I don't know what they're doing. They're not telling us, but I think the water company's coming out. It might be the whole building, like all the way down to, who's down there? Wyndham? Wyndham? So it might be under the building. There may be a slow leak forever that's affecting the concrete. So bear with us, okay? And lastly, if you're wondering where Wendy is, she has really bad allergies. And if you were here a week or 2 ago, we put those big fans on. I don't think that helped her allergies, if you get my drift. She left here one night at 7 o'clock. Oh, I'm on a roll here today, right? So she's in the Northwest, quarantined. No, I'm kidding. But she's in the Northwest. So call her, go up there if you need her, if you're a mentee, don't be shy. She'll be back as soon as we get all this stuff done, okay? So Wendy's fine, okay? Heather, it's all yours.
Thank you. I think Tim gave me about 60 seconds. So
62.
62 seconds. I'll talk quick. I put these out on most of your, right in front of you guys with the other pile of papers. So wire fraud. Do you know that wire fraud is up? I shouldn't need to tell you guys that, right? You guys know that. About 1 in 4 people right now are being hit with some type of wire fraud. So if it's not your clients, it could be somebody on the other end. It's not Rock Title. I've heard from several people Rock Title has been hit with wire fraud. As far as I know, we have not been hit. However, what I do know is sometimes when you open an escrow, your clients could receive an email, right, that says, from Rock Title, please wire your money here. hopefully you guys as agents have this conversation with your clients to explain that they need to call you first, and also call, like Laura's over here, call our office and make sure it's the correct wire instructions, so you guys don't get hit. I was talking to Brandon, he had that actually happen with somebody else. But when I was in lending, I probably get between 2 to 10 emails a week from different supposed title companies, whether it was Fidelity or Chicago, any of them, saying, the new escrow, here's your wire instructions. And I knew better because I got that all the time, so it was just another day at the office, but you guys might not experience that. So here's some wire fraud, things to look out for, but the most important thing is please call us and verify everything, just so your clients don't lose out on their money, because it is, I mean, you guys experience that with everything in our day of life about any type of fraud. So just check those emails, double check, and I'm gonna put a class together and go into more detail. So, thank you guys.
Thank you,
And then
Heather.
we have our wonderful escrow officer over here. If you guys don't know Laura Moran, she's great.
Yes, Laura's going to hang out after the meeting, I think. Okay, so pick her brain, ask her questions about a signing, about how to read a prelim, whatever. She's nice enough to hang out with us, okay? All right, gang, where is she? All right, come on, Maria, what do we got today? What good news you're going to share with us today, right?
Because I'm not quarantined, so you guys are just gonna have to deal with me. So, okay, the quick thing, we talked about this last week, but, you know, I just wanna make sure that you, realize that we've got to do this. If you're doing a new home, your BBRA on the last page has gotta put something in there, especially with, Lennar. They have specific verbiage that they want you to put in the BBRA. Make sure you put that in there, because you're not gonna get 2% from them, or 2.5 or whatever. So make sure that on that last page, you put 2.5 minus seller's concessions. Because even though, you know, if 2.5 or 2% is gonna be $20,000, you're not gonna get the 20,000. And if we get the check and you don't put that in there, you're gonna need the addendum to the BVRA, and then you're gonna have to put it in exact what it is that you're getting, okay? You guys understand that?
It's very confusing, very.
Bottom line, don't shop Lennar.
Basically what happens, gang, you go into a new home, the price is $300,000, right? Okay, that's what they buy it for. But you might not be getting commission on $300,000. It might be on $285 because Lennar or other builders are reducing the concessions or upgrades or whatever it might be from that. So just don't assume you're getting 3% of the sales price, because you're probably not. So have that conversation with the rep.
If you do your CDA and you put on there 2% of the base, and it comes out to $10,000, and you don't get that $10,000, we're gonna need the addendum to the BVRA if you did not put that verbiage in your original BVRA.
I would say the addendum's a better way to go.
Right, if
If you don't know,
You're not
why-
gonna
yeah,
know.
I wouldn't write anything in.
Right.
If you're not sure what you're gonna get.
what's the
Right,
lender,
but
Maria?
But that's that's the whole thing, so if you put on there, you know, at that last page, you know, 2% of base minus seller's concession, we won't ask you for the addendum to be.
But does that happen on every transaction is the question.
Yeah, it's
Well,
always
on
different.
Lennar.
Yeah,
The seller, yes, if usually.
The builder.
Tell
You
them
know,
right now,
it's just gonna depend on
after
the
you
builder.
get the answer from the builder, do the
Yeah.
addendum.
Exactly,
Correct.
it's
Then
gonna
to the
depend on the
BVRA.
builder.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you know, you could screw it all up. I mean, if you don't know.
Yeah.
What the
Right.
builder's doing.
Right, but if you know the builders and you talk to them and they're telling you, hey, we're gonna give you the 2%, but we're gonna take away seller concessions,
Then-
that's where you go in and you put that into your BVRA.
But you already have a BBRA
Show
done
them the
before
house
even talking to the builder.
Well,
You can't
you-
do that
I
on the
hope
builder
so.
without having the
Right.
BBRA.
I hope so, you know,
Right.
but if that does happen, then you're gonna need the addendum to the BVRA.
right.
So
I
it's
guess
gonna be one or the other.
the moral of the story is talk to your rep at the builder. Say, what my commission is based on what number? And get that final number, minus whatever they're doing. And then get with Maria to see if you need the addendum to put certain verbiage in there, okay? So it's just on new homes, okay? But we're doing a lot of new homes, so
Yeah,
that's a good
we're
thing,
doing a
okay?
lot of new
There you go. All right, Maria, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, gang, before we get to the panel, where is our epic lending group here? There they are. John Morgan, Ricky, everybody. Say hello. Woo-hoo-hoo. Woo-hoo-hoo.
I'm gonna be super quick because I want him to have the majority of the
Yeah,
time.
5
This
minutes.
Teams is my favorite subject because we built some massive ones. In fact, I have Mark Yolo back there filming everything, so I'm not gonna say anything stupid. But he's from Arizona. He's running my lending team out there, so rebuilding the team and lending from real estate. But listen, I got one thing to say about it. If you're not on a team right now, a team could be for anybody, regardless of your production or where you're at in your business. A team can take you to another level. And a team doesn't have to be a forever thing. A team can be a stepping stone to your own team. Go join them, learn from them, leverage them. And if they don't have
You're
what
good,
you
Ryan.
need,
Take your
don't
time.
join a
You're
team
good.
just because you think they'll give you production. If they are doing something you're not and you need leverage, you join that team. If you're doing 10 million a year, join a team that can get you to 20. It's a math problem, okay? So keep your mind open to teams and listen to these guys. So I'm gonna give the rest of time to Rick.
Oh,
Go.
wow, thanks.
Yeah.
Damn,
I'm
I
back.
gotta follow that, Jesus. I don't know if I can talk that fast. Actually, I talk really fast, so you gotta pay attention, okay? So, today, John, rates have come down in the last 4 days. What was the conventional rate? Today? Yeah.
6.625.
Wow.
6.65.
Wow.
What was the FHA?
5.75.
VA?
5.875.
Okay, guys, if you're unaware of rates, last week they were in the sevens. Okay, so mathematically, all your buyers can now spend on a conventional loan, another 25,000 on FHA and VA, it's about another 50,000. Think about that in these searches, right? That might be another bedroom. That might actually have a garage door, right? I mean, I'm not kidding. So, I got one last thing that I'm gonna go over. So, I just published a book, Just Win the Day. Something I've been working on pretty much my whole life, okay? And I'm gonna talk to you about one simple concept that's in the book. It's about the power of simplicity, okay? So, raise your hand real quick if you run out of day or you run out of tasks. You run out of day, right? Why is that? We put so much on our plate that we know we have to do to achieve these big grandiose goals. We're like chasing 10 rabbits, right? What happens when you chase 10 rabbits? You don't catch it, and you starve, right? So how many of you are grinding every day, but you're just not where you want to be? I am. Only a few of us, everybody else is where they want to be. I mean, come on, guys, right? Yeah. I mean, so
First to admit.
so think about that, but think about, and I'm not talking just income, I'm talking every aspect of your life. You know, family, faith, fitness, finance, all of it, right? So, power of simplicity. And this is the trick. Every day, in the evening, you write down 5 things that you're going to accomplish the next day. And you only focus on one at a time. Now, for a lot of us, it's almost impossible to do that, right? Because of what?
Email.
Look, we got typing over here, we got texting back here, right? We just get distracted. Everywhere around you is a distraction. And it derails you on what you were trying to accomplish, and then you don't get anything done. Unfortunately, my time's up. See, I put a timer so I was.
Look at you.
Okay.
Were you in the military? Just
Guilty. All right. Reach out to me. Order the book. Careful though, it'll change your life. Okay? Have a good day, guys.
Thank you, Ricky. All right, gang. I'm really excited that the team leaders decided to do this, because we don't probably once or twice a year we have all the team leaders come in. So it's great getting them all under one roof. Once I find from the beginning here, you know. One more slide, Tim. All right, one more slide. So we have 5 team leaders. Some have 1 or 2 agents on their team. Some have a lot of agents on their team. But they'll tell you all about that. So Stace, Damon, Daniel, Nathan. Who else is here? Who am I missing? Haya. Come on up, gang. Give me a round of applause, guys. Come on now. There you go. There they are. Now, I got some questions for them that I didn't send to them, so they have no idea what I'm going to ask them. Okay? But I need you guys to help out too. Okay? So we need like class participation in this, you know? You okay, Vianney? We're good? Got them all in there? Look at that. What a group here, you know? Look at this. All right, we'll start. Damon, everybody take a minute or 30 seconds, who you are, about your team, funny fact, that kind of stuff.
Damon Caldwell, former broker, Realty One Group, regional manager, hired Tim and all that good stuff. I think you guys probably heard the stories, but about 3 years ago, I was doing amazing at the broker role, loved it, and had an opportunity with an associate that I worked with. Actually, I brought him to Realty One Group, knew him 23 years ago, and he was ready to retire, and I bought his team. It's a larger
There you go.
team.
You got it.
We, our goal really is to make sure that we're focused on enhancing our agents' real estate careers day in and day out, and so it's a daily priority for us.
Excellent. Okay. Stace, good.
A little bit about myself. 22-year veteran. I started in actually out of college pharmaceutical sales, which gave me a really good foundation to know how to sell. And all I ever wanted to do was be a realtor. I met my parents' realtor when I was in college, and I was like, fancy car, fancy handbag, suit, the whole. I'm like, that's what I want to do. So I finally got to do it, and here I am, 22 years later.
Wow. Very nice.
Hello, what's your name?
Stacy Sheely.
Sorry. Stacy what?
Stacy Sheely.
Thank you.
All the names are on the board, gang, just so you know.
Well, I
Okay?
can't read it, I'm
All right, Ms. Kessler, say hi.
Hi, I'm Kessler, and I've been in real estate since 2005. And I started actually in Louisville, Kentucky, where, I never thought of doing real estate. That was not really something that I wanted to do. I trained in, I trained in pharmacy, family and marriage therapy. I did all kind of stuff, but this was not my path. I worked with my ex-husband for 16 years managing medical practices. And then we were in Louisville, Kentucky. I had nothing to do, and somebody said, "You want to try a career in real estate?" And I said, "Sure." And I actually fell in love with it. So I started that, and then I moved to Las Vegas in 2007, and I've been a solo agent for a long time. About 4.5 years, 5 years ago, really, I was approached by a friend of mine to be a team leader in his team, and I thought I'll take it, and then we moved here, and then that team became the COA group, and I was with Damon, and I had my little team there, and I quit about a year ago with Damon's blessing and support, and I have a great team of agents. We work all the time on just expanding their real estate career and working on ways of getting more business.
Excellent, excellent. All right, Big Nathan.
Nathan Petrosian. I've been in the business for 24 years, full-time. About 7 years of that was mortgage lending, all here in Las Vegas. Actually, my first 2 years was in San Diego. Started the team about 10 years with Realty One 10 years ago. So it's now been 10 years. And it's been great, constantly learning new things and helping more agents.
Very nice. All right, last but not least, Daniel, baby.
You should have my flyer in front of you.
I just want to warn you guys, during this session, there could be some commercials going on, which is a good thing, though. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing,
I just want to say I know all of these team leaders, and I've worked with them. I've known them for a long time. Everybody up here is really great. Everybody does things a little bit differently, but I recommend meeting with everybody, because everybody brings their own solution to growing your business, and that's kind of what we do. I'm a little bit different. I have a much smaller team. It's really just me and a couple of people, and I'm looking to add a couple of people to my team. I do all of my own business, so I'm not looking to really manage a whole lot of people. I have a lot of tools that I've kind of put on this flyer that we're going to talk about, and whatever I have, that's what anybody that joins my team is gonna have. We're gonna teach you how to use it, and my name is Daniel Rosenberg, for the lady in the back. Just so you, yeah, my name-
I see it.
Yeah, and I've been here since 2009, and I've always been in this office, and I do love it here. I loved working with Damon while he was the broker. Tim is really, really, really great. So, it's about it.
Excellent, excellent. Okay. All right, I'm gonna start with Stacy. But all you guys can answer the question, I guess, as long as that doesn't take 20 minutes. Huh?
He's not nervous. He's
Yeah.
not public.
See, that's why I picked you. Come on. That's why I picked you. See, you all thought I was gonna go to Damon first, right? See? There you go. There you go. You got this, Stace. You got it. It's easy. It's easy. At what point of your career and why did you decide to create a team? Because I think a lot of agents get successful and they make good money. Oh, shit, I want to do a team. And it fails. But you guys are proof that it works. So how did that come about?
Okay, actually, it started, you don't know this because I just kind of came on the scene. But actually, it started when I was at Prudential. Prudential liked to promote, like to promote, like, I think they called it a brokerage and a brokerage. And I was always under Forrest Barbie, and so he kept encouraging me to. And then he would send me agents. So at one point I had, I think, 15 back like early 2000s. So,
Oh, wow.
and I just kind of teetered back and forth. I decided to cut everything, do my own thing, and then a guy who was a longtime family friend, I told him, if you ever want to get into the real estate business, you'd be fantastic. He was in the restaurant business, and that's kind of what sparked it again, was Nathan Fosberg.
Guilty in the back, this guy. There he is. Very nice, very nice. All right, Damon, what made you want to be a team leader instead of run the
I love what
brokerage?
Stacy said, I've been,
Right.
I'm in my 24th year as well, along with Nathan, and if you guys ever heard of Jan O'Brien? Right? Me and her, I started working with her, helping agents build teams 22 plus years ago. And loved for me it was all about giving back, mentoring, coaching, training. So we did a lot of team building back then at Prudential. And so I've always been coaching agents, 22 years. I stopped, went out of management for a while to do my own thing. Was very successful, built a team of about 15 back in 2005, 2006-ish. Market changed, of course, then, but always had a passion for helping others. So I went back into leadership and management with Prudential at that time. And so when this opportunity, sitting in the broker role, you get, Tim gets to see it, Wendy gets to do it as well. We're affecting everybody's lives day in and day out. The reason I moved on to the team and bought a mega team is I wanted to have much more influence in it myself. And so now, day in and day out, I have much more influence in impacting lives of our agents. So I get to lay out, what we're doing, the systems, tools, and resources that we're providing, and so it's a wonderful, wonderful environment for us.
Very cool, very cool. Nathan, you've had a team for how long?
10 years, 10, 11 years.
And before that, you were just an agent, right? Like all of us?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did somebody tell you to become a team leader, or what was the reason?
I was
Or
like-
suggested, or?
Well, I've always liked building teams and systems and leading people, helping people achieve great experiences. I did a professional rock climbing guide for about 12 years, so I just love sharing experiences with people, getting them to the top of the summit, doing that kind of thing. But really, the game changer was I had too many leads. And I'm like, okay, well, I need help, right? So I hired a couple experienced agents, but then I realized they're not closing. So I'm like, I have to train them how to close them, right? So I thought, because they were experienced, they could close the deals, but that wasn't the case. So I'm like, okay, well, here I go, I'm gonna train. And then I was training 2, and then I might as well be training 5. I might as well be training 10 at a time, right? And that's kind of how it grew, but there really was a need for teams. There wasn't any teams when I first got into the business. It was a struggle. I should have joined a team or a mentor at least, because there wasn't many teams, right? But I didn't have that kind of Lone Ranger entrepreneur thick-headedness, so I'm gonna do it all myself, be my own business, and I fell into that trap. And what comes out of that, it comes out as a paycheck every 5 months, right, 6 months, because you're trying to do everything yourself. you're not working with a team, you're not working with other people, you probably don't have the resources to hire, to buy leads and this and that, right? So I decided there was a need for teams, and I decided to go with it and keep growing it and teaching agents how to be successful, and I just really enjoy it.
Very nice, very nice. Hi, now you started the team a year ago, right? Give or take?
Yeah.
Did you get sick of Damon? Was that the deal? You got sick of Damon, right? You know.
Yeah, she took my team.
Yeah, exactly, right. She just took him out.
I hired all
Yeah.
of our agents for her.
Yeah. So I started looking into teams when I was with Compass Realty before I moved there, and that was, probably 2018, 19. And I started, what happened was that at the office, they started requiring every new agent to have somebody mentor them before they were allowed to do transactions alone. And my broker said, you wanna help some agents? So I started working with some agents, and I liked it. I enjoyed working with them, helping them, teaching them. And then, in 2020, exactly 5 years ago, right before Valentine's Day, I met with Richard Bracking, and he said, I have a brokerage, I have a big team. Do you wanna come and be a team lead in my brokerage? And it sounded just like what I wanted. He offered to teach me what to do, to help me with the team, to guide me. And I was at that time that I was trying to figure out if I really wanted to have a team or not. And he really helped me do that. So I moved with him, and then of course shortly after that, COVID happened. And he closed his brokerage and we moved here. And so I was under his guidance for about 2 years, and then Damon took over the team. He bought the team, and Damon was very instrumental in me also learning how to grow a team and build a team. And I just needed something a little bit more individual to me. We all think a little different. We all have a little bit different ideas. There's not right or wrong. It's just, we're all just different people. And a year ago, I went independent, and I have 9 agents now with me. And I just love it. I really like the growth of the agents. I like teaching them. I like mentoring them. It's like having your kids grow. Like, when you have children and you teach them and they grow and they excel and you're proud of them. That's sort of how I like my teams. I feel that if I can help them be great, I feel great about it.
Very nice, very nice. Now, Daniel, you've been in this business a long time, right?
09.
09, right?
Zero
So,
zero.
wow,
Since
it says 09 right there. When did the team thing pop into your head?
Say that again.
When did the team creation pop into your head?
One thing that's interesting, all of our teams are a little bit different. A couple of them are pretty big, a couple of them are medium sized. So, one good question might be like, where was your team a couple of years ago? Have you grown? Have you gotten smaller? Have you expanded? What has the business done to your team? And for me, the reason I need to have a couple more people on my team is I have brought in a couple of tools, which I've highlighted here. I'm a Zillow Showcase agent. I've got Boomtown. Now, we can all do this. Everybody's got stuff. This has nothing to do with, I've got something and somebody else doesn't. It's just that I have these tools, and it's easily expandable, and I get leads coming in, and I can't handle them. I have an agent that is meeting with someone at 9:30 this morning, already did, at one of our listings, and I couldn't be there. I need people that are gonna help me, and I have a lot of tools. And one thing that I put in here, I don't really have a lot of these training sessions and a whole bunch of videos for you to watch. If you join my team, you're gonna be somebody that is gonna learn in real time. I spent 2 hours a few days ago going up into West Summerlin with one of my team members, because we both do the same thing. We really love Summerlin, and we went up to all the new homes up there, and we drove through some of the dirt and some of the stuff that's gonna be coming up next year. We spent 2 hours doing that. It's important for me to know what's going on in this area before it hits the internet, or before someone comes in here and goes, yeah, we've got homes for sale. I wanna know what's going on. And any agent, like I said, I wanna keep my team small, but any agent that joins my team is gonna pretty much hit that kind of thing hard. So it's a different kind of team. You're gonna be joining a team and learning in real time. As I do things, you will learn also. And like I said, I've given away leads in the last couple of months, and one of the reasons I've been in this office since the beginning and I've never left is because the camaraderie in this office is great. There's a lot of people that have been here for a long time that I talk to all the time, that we discuss deals, we discuss neighborhoods, we discuss what's going on. But the reason I need people on my team is it's kind of difficult to just give someone in here a lead when you're not on my team. It's not as.
Really not, Daniel.
These teams are free.
We have an instigator in the room here. You know how that works here. You know, there's always one. You know.
Anyway, yes, it is difficult because, you know, it is difficult. So that's why I need people on my team.
Tracking is one of the difficult things about it. Tracking leads I gave out this person, that person.
It's not
they're
just
all
that, it's
on
just,
the team.
yeah, and I've
Training.
given, I've been giving a couple of leads to someone on one of these other teams in the last couple of months. And it's great, it's just, I would prefer to have more of a smooth situation. So that's why I personally need a couple of people.
Nice. I think a lot of agents are curious. Nathan, you take this one, then everybody can jump in. How is your team structured? If I join your team, are you training me? Or is there someone else?
I do
Or-
the majority of the training. We also have some sub-team leads that do some of the training. I also leverage coaching training, so coaching that I pay for, that maybe come into the office or that I pay for and it's online. And then just coaching that, like part of the university that I built in the system. So the training's all done in-house, on Zoom, in person, and it's focused on, I mean, there's a lot, right? There's so many different niches in the business and what you want to do. So we want to help your business grow no matter what it is. But a lot of it's focused on how to build a business and how to convert leads to clients for life, right? How to build a consistent stream of income, how to leverage time, people, money, right?
Sure, gotcha. Now, Damon, your structures might be different than the others. The way your team is set up? Or
Yeah.
kind of, sort of?
For the most part, our structure is, we have a very specific program with our team. We have about 10 team leaders right now. We invest heavily in our agents in field training. So our agents aren't just, and I do most of our training. We have 24 specific modules to help you build a very strong foundation in real estate. You guys can go to caldwellgroup.place. That's our home for our team. You'll see the front page of it. Our team gets the back office of it, where all of our training is done live, but we do on-demand video training. We do Zoom as well. But our number one focus for us is, the team leaders doing the field training, and I was a part of this and did a wonderful job for us, is to make sure the agent, most people learn by seeing it done, not sitting in a classroom and watching and listening. They see it by getting out. So whether it's home inspection, walkthrough, buyer presentations, listing presentations, our agents get to bask in that environment. We're so connected through our CRM as well. We have chat groups going throughout the day of just, hey guys, help me do a CMA here, help me price this property out here, who wants to do an open house. So it's the CRM I switched at the beginning of last year. It's just really changed the game for our team as far as connection. So our culture's second to none. But the number one focus for us is, in this room right now, you have a bunch of people that are trying to find out where their place is in real estate. Now, some of you guys have done better than others, but that is probably the number one challenge for agents, whether it's leads. Now, we're in the lead generation business, but the question is, where are you getting leads, whether they're provided or you're generating them yourselves. So for us, it's about target markets, niches, and specialties. That's the starting point of your business, folks. I don't care what you do in real estate. If you don't know the who you need to be talking to, then you're not even in the game yet. So you need to identify. So we invest a lot in helping our agents get clarity, right? Starting their day with purpose, with intention, having clarity on who they need to be talking to buy or sell a home, to get in the real estate business. So many other things we do.
Sure.
Obviously, we don't have enough time to recommend you guys meet with everybody, but we just have a very specific model where our agents get a next level training program, support system, mentorship, tools and resources, well, state of the art, CRM, and we don't use Realty One Group stuff. We buy our own. We have our own training program as well. So.
And Nathan said this earlier. Nathan and Damon, not that the other three doesn't apply, they have 30 plus members. Damon has 2 or 3 times that. They're like a brokerage in a brokerage. They really are. They kind of function not independently, but pretty independent for the most part.
What
Okay?
we don't do is we don't duplicate what Realty. You guys have an amazing brokerage with Realty One Group. You guys have a ton of resources, tools. Cuba is a marketing maniac, right? So we don't duplicate that stuff. We look for specific things that are going to move the needle for our agents.
Gotcha. Stace, how is your team set up? After you, what happens?
You know, we're kind of more progressive. It's kind of like a round table. You know, we have weekly meetings that are all kind of round table. We're constantly on group chats. We just kind of bounce things off one another. I have the experience, so I coach. It's more hands-on. You know, I have years of experience. I have a training program, so I have a foundation for them, and then I take extraneous, you know, people from, you know, anything from, you know, ferry to, there's some others. Anyway.
Buffini.
Oh, I'm sorry? Buffini. Yeah, whatever kind of I see, and then it's not always real estate people that I get, you know, ideas to share with. So.
Yeah. And it's funny, you mentioned Buffini or Ferry. There's Mike Ferry, right? Tom Ferry. I think there's Pat Ferry now training, and Matthew Ferry.
Oh, wow.
I think the whole family is training now, so I found that interesting the other day.
Yeah.
Haya, how was your setup?
Well, my setup is again, a little different than everybody else. You know, I think we're all different here. I do most of the training. We meet once a week, and it's always hands-on meeting. You know, it works better. We work on things that are going to be, you know, important for everybody to generate business. We work on problems. I have an operations manager, you know, that helps us with all the different things with the social media and the websites and everything like that, which I just got Verivity for our CRM, and I absolutely love it. All the products that it has, I mean, you know, it's just really blowing my mind because we can generate leads from that, as well as just do so much more and stay connected with our sphere. We work strongly with who we know and what we know, and to connect, you know, to connect you with people that you already know. You will generate a lot of business from that. You know, we want to stay on top of that. We want to be in front of them, because everybody has that friend that you talked to them yesterday, and then tomorrow they say to you, oh yeah, I just bought a house, and you're just like, I'm going to kill you, you know? So we want to try to stay in front of people, and we have the tools now. And Brandon helps us with a lot of the technical stuff. He's our operations manager, and he's available all the time. I do all the mentoring and coaching. I'm available for my agents anytime. And I do a lot of training. I did a lot of coaching with the different coaches, just like she said, you know, I did Mike Ferry, I did Tom Ferry, I did Bob Proctor, and Craig Proctor, and then Bob Proctor for mindset coaching. I have a mindset coach that she works with me, and we work a lot in the positivity, law of attraction. And you know, that's really important to me, because if your mind is not in the right place, you're really not going to do anything. Doesn't matter how many tools we give you, doesn't matter how many coaching hours you have. If you cannot have your mindset just right to do what you have to do, you're not going to be able to do everything. So that's pretty much you know, our structure.
Good stuff, good stuff. And Daniel, how was yours set up?
Okay, I want to, on my flag, it says, on the bottom left-hand side, it says commission structure. 50% on leads generated by the team. So if I give you a lead, or we're working on something that's generated by the team, that's a 50-50 deal. If you have a lead that you've generated, whether it's from your sphere or elsewhere, it'll be 25% to the team. I would encourage everybody to, on the top left-hand corner, where it says Zillow Showcase Agent. I'm a Zillow Showcase Agent. I try to stay ahead of the game. It's the latest in a partnership with Zillow, and it's pretty strong. You can see my listing at 4973 Sandline. That's what your listings would look like. So what do you get for that 25% that you're giving to the team? That's really the question everybody wants to know. It's like, well, I'm going to be generating some deals here, and I'm paying you. What are you giving me? Well, we're going to pay for all the photos on your listing. We're going to pay for the floor plan. We're going to make it a showcase listing where it generates more views, more saves, and more leads. And we're going to invest in marketing materials for you. High-end marketing materials, not stuff that's printed on the printer here, stuff that's from Core Fact, or stuff that's printed in a printer that's glossy and nice. So all of these things are on my flyer here, and if you wanna know more, call me, you can sit in my office, I can show you what these things are and why they're worth it. That is what I can do for you.
Very good, Daniel.
Short.
How's that flyer doing? Good?
It's all good, it's all good, it's all, you know,
I love it, I love it,
One
I love
of the
it.
things that we've always had requests on is specificity, like he'll ask a question, and then it's like, what's the commission structure on your team? And it's like, well, you know, we meet every Thursday, and it's like, okay, well, what is the commission structure? So I put it in writing here, and that's always good to know when you are trying to join a team. Like, what do you get for that money that you're paying the team?
So here's a question that Damon got for years, all of you got this for years, and now me and Wendy get it. We'll interview someone from real estate school, and they say, Tim, should we join Realty One Group in your training program or join a team? And then even now, probably the last 8 months, I would say 25 of you with a lot of experience have come in, hey, Tim, you know what? Think about joining a team. What do you think? So what's the benefits? Why would an agent want to join a team, Damon? Like what's,
So we have
just to get leads?
We have testimonials on our site called group.place from agents that were at Realty One Group. Went through the training program. And, I helped create the training program at Realty One Group years ago, Rev Up. But there's a difference. There really is a difference. And so go read some of those testimonials on our site, and you'll see, whether Sabrina or Stephen Nunn on there. They wanted to give those testimonials to us. We do provide leads. I don't shove leads down people's throats because not everybody wants to do internet leads. Okay, this is an individual sport, folks. Not one size fits all. Our goal is to identify your strengths, where you're going to excel the fastest, the best, to get up and running and start putting money in your pocket is my number one focus. Now, you have to show up. I mean, if you don't show up, nobody's going to be able to help you. But if you show up, we have everything you need really to help you identify. Again, whether if you want to take leads, we have leads. You can join our leads team. Right? We don't offer that to everybody. Right? There's a next level accountability. All of our team leaders have weekly accountability groups where they're, I think tonight they did Who Moved My Cheese. They're reading the book, Who Moved My Cheese. And so it's just, again, it's an environment that fosters support, care, growth, success. And so that's the trajectory that we're on right now. So there's a difference with training, the support, the mentorship. You guys do an amazing job, Realty One Group, but most brokerages are behind a desk or, they're not out in the field doing stuff with you. You're gonna go ask a question. I love that. Used to answer my phone all the time. Still get people that call me, but it's out in the field that, where things happen. We were down at Askaya, 2 days ago with the team to just learn a little bit more about Askaya and all that's going there. So it's just an environment for growth,
Gotcha.
for success.
Can I say something?
You can.
I'll tell you what, this guy is very inspiring, very motivating. I've known him, I kind of got reacquainted with him because he was at Prudential too, and I knew his name, but I wasn't in his office. But I'll tell you what, if you want somebody to lift you up and motivate you, I've known him, I've been in contact with him kind of since he was at the Southwest office. Even when I was an agent here and he was broker over there, he was always encouraging me. I'll tell you, you can't do any better than this guy.
Oh,
You really
yeah.
can't.
Don't make me cry.
The Stacy Shilley team will be merging with the Caldwell Group next Friday, and
I know, he's got a flyer out front, he didn't bring it in.
all right. We're done, Stace. We're good.
Yeah.
All right. Just that was good though. I appreciate you saying that. So, Daniel, go ahead, or Nathan.
I do want to make mention, I've been here since '09, and I want to say that Realty One's training program, I think very highly of. I mean, I have been to classes, even Rock Title with Heather, she'll have classes here. I did your, what was that, the NetSheet class? I went to that class. They came out with a new program. I saw you there, I believe, maybe, and it's just a great class. Wendy did a class on a listing presentation. It was great. Talked about each step, what should be in your folder, how to present it. Through the 16 years, 17 years I've been here, I think very high of Realty One's program. And why should I think the original question was, why should you join a team?
Right.
versus-
Especially if you've been in the business for a while.
Right. So you should join a team if they have the tools that are up to date that can increase your business. That's it. That's all it is. I mean, you can train yourself to death, but what are the major tools that are out in the business right now? What's getting people ahead? When you go on a listing presentation, what can you say to somebody that's gonna be like, I do this, that the other agents aren't saying? Even if it's a friend of yours, even if it's a relative, you wanna go to somebody and say, I do this. This is what my current listing looks like. Let me show you what the differences are between what I do and what these other people do. And is the team paying for that for you? Well, that's good. Jeez, that would be nice. Or are they just training you on what to go spend money on? Okay, that's good too. But you need to define what that team is doing for you, and are you loaded with money? Maybe you don't need to be on a team. Maybe you can afford all these things on your own. Maybe you want to join a team because they work in the area that you want to work in. Maybe you want to join a team that works in Summerlin for the most part. So if I do think highly of Realty One's training, I think highly of Realty One's classes. Go to them, they're worth it. And joining a team, do they have the tools that are good for you?
I have a question on that. Do any of you offer the Zillow Flex program?
I do not. I'm on a different program.
Okay.
You're gonna have to move brokerages for that. I'll
That's
give you
a
a
Steve
couple,
Box.
I'll give you a couple of names.
Yeah.
Just kidding, Tim.
Hey, if they want to go, they can go. Move on, you know?
Yeah.
That's it, yeah. Nathan, you want to jump in?
Yeah, okay, so, I mean, it's all about breaking your plateau of where you're at, right? You're stuck, even top producers get stuck somewhere. So like, how do I get to the next level, right? So we're here to help you, show you, and guide you how to do that. And it's not easy, you gotta change some things around, you gotta leverage tools, technology, people, resources, right? So we'll help train you how to do that. Like Damon said, you gotta show up. But yeah, show up to the team, show up to the training, and it's about, we've turned our trainings more into like workshops, like actually doing the work. So it's like, it's one thing, it comes in one ear, out the other, but you actually have to do the work too. So more workshops, mentorship in the field.
Tim, I have a workshop at 11, just FYI.
Do you? Get a flyer? You got a flyer for that? We need a flyer.
Monday through
you know?
Thursday, Coach. Everyone jump in one of them?
We're doing
More
call
than
night,
welcome
they're
to-
3 to 5.
He
More
does,
than
he
welcome to
has
do a
a
training.
flyer out there.
What?
There.
The flyer.
Call night 3 to 5 here. Yeah, so like call nights, like we're actively doing it. I think you do similar call day, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So just getting together and learning from other people that are successful, hearing them on the phones, hearing them convert conversations into appointments, appointments into sales,
You got it.
past sales into future clients for life, learning all this. But look, there's a lot to learn. There's too much information and training. So like agents tend to get lost. Okay, well, what's good for me? Where should I start? So it's important to sit down with the team and, okay, well, can you put me on a good plan that's right for me? Can you help hold me accountable for making that happen? Because accountability is a huge part of joining a team, right? It's not just knowing what to do. Oh yeah, I know how to do that. I know that. I've heard that before. But are you doing it?
That's
Right.
Yeah, I highly recommend that. And they promote their trainings on Facebook, on emails, different places. Go to one of Nathan's classes. Jump in on Haya's Tuesday, I think at 4 o'clock she does. You know, Stacy does it in the glass room, you know, for the most part. Damon always has a class going on.
Thursday,
You know?
10:30 to 12 every week. So
Yeah.
I've got a 6-week program. So.
One more thing, if I could just mention the technology is it's getting more and more an issue, right? It's expensive, so that's like a bigger reason to join a team because we're leveraging that cost, right? A CRM, so you can do more deals, you can get more consistent paychecks instead of just the classic one closing every 5-6 months. Agents tend to be focused on, oh, I need 100%, I need the most money on this one deal, and then what happens if that deal goes south? How good are you gonna get at what you do, doing one deal every few months, right?
Sure.
So, and then you have to do every aspect of the business. You gotta generate the lead, you gotta cultivate the lead, you gotta nurture the lead, you gotta go out and meet the people, you gotta do the sell, right? It's like too much, you're spread so thin. So that's another benefit for being on a team where you can piece that out, you can specialize and become an expert at what you do, right? And then you don't have to wear so many different hats.
Good point,
to
good
become an
point.
expert.
Gang, we're running towards the end here. I'm hoping you guys have some riveting questions to ask them. Anybody want to throw anything at them?
Do your agents are their leads all under your names? Is it all under you?
Not on my team.
Not
So
on my team.
your guys' business is your business. You're the business owner. I would want to be the vehicle for your success.
What about on the transaction though? If you're the agent, you do the whole thing, it's under your name though, right?
No,
No.
it's under your name. If you guys go into your MLS on my team, you're going to see all your production on the MLS. the contracts are written under your name, not mine.
Yeah, we do the same. All the transactions go under my agent's name, unless we're cooperating on a transaction. But otherwise, everything goes in the agent's name and they handle the transaction. We do have a transaction coordinator that is facilitating the process now, so, the only things that the agents have to do is write the.
How many hats are you wearing now, Brandon?
He's my transaction coordinator and my operations manager, but.
CEO, president.
Everything, but.
That's just this team.
Right, but what really has been helping the agents since Brandon joined us is the fact that they don't have to do everything anymore. And he can help with a lot of the social media work, and he can help with a lot of the CRM work, and he helps everybody individually do all those things that people just don't want to do, that they should do just to be a little bit more visible. And he takes away a lot of the work on the transaction. The agent still has to do their contracts, counter offers, addendum, requests for repairs, but he takes care of everything else and he schedules everything. So it gives everybody a little bit more time to do more work, to generate more leads, to work with more clients. So, that's been really a game changer for us. And the other thing is that, with us being a small, united team, one of the benefits we have is that we can help each other and we can cover for each other. If somebody's out of town, they don't need to pay somebody to do something for them. We have somebody that is gonna be helping because somebody else is gonna need that help at some other point.
Yes, and let me piggyback on that, because I've called her before saying, hey, I have a Spanish-speaking client, can you help? And even though that one didn't turn out like whatever happened with her, but I thought of you.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
You speak French too?
No, I speak Spanish and Hebrew.
Questions? Some more?
How is it?
Agent's name, I'll answer that last one. All deals go in the agent's name.
Oh.
On my team. One exception is if I have them work a listing, if I refer them a listing, then the listing stays in the team lead's name. And that's because of the marketing that I pay for. We get exclusive visibility online. So those leads come back, and then I'll give those leads back to that agent that's handling the listing.
Right. The only clarity on that, as you guys know, it's really cool that they allow the agents to have all the credit. A lot of teams don't do that. When I was on a team, I couldn't even have my name on the for sale sign. It had to be the team's name on the for sale sign, because he paid for the sign. But internally, they all go under the team for production, just so you know. Okay, so Damon did 200 deals last year. Stacy did 47, whatever last night. But that's the team. Okay, so you'll get all that branding yourself out in the world, but internally we have to keep it all under, for SkySlope purposes, it's all under the team's name. Everyone kind of understand that?
If you're lifting people up.
Yes, that's all. That's what it amounts to. Yeah, yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, good question.
What is the commission structure for all of four of you? Because you don't say anything about
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, most of
Okay.
our agents, we have a progressive commission plan. Usually, most of our agents on our team are at about a 90% split. Okay, if they're a seasoned agent, they're usually right, somewhere around the 90%. But it's progressive, starting from a new agent coming in, right? We have a point plan where they close a certain amount of transactions and their commission goes up. Doesn't reset, doesn't roll back every year, and it's a one-time program. So most of our agents end up at a 90% split. We also have our transaction fee is not the same as Realty One Group. We have a flat $695 transaction fee. I absorb the cost if Realty One Group's fee is $1,200.
you raise them the same?
I guess the answer to that question, Gracia, is they're all different.
We're all
Yeah, they're all different. Yeah, they're all different based on experience.
Based
What's-
on what you guys, like how many deals you guys are bringing in,
Right.
The value you bring in to the team, and then the value that the team's providing you, right? Everything that they're paying for, the services they're doing, if they're doing pieces of the transaction for you. Yeah, so that's really
Yeah. Daniel has a flyer explaining everything. If you're wondering.
Start right
Ours would
here.
be 10 flyers long.
Yeah.
Mine's one sentence.
Just like real estate, it's negotiable.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. All right, anybody else want to throw something at them? We're all kind of good? Don't be shy.
I have a question.
Yeah,
Do you
Jude.
do like personality
We do.
tests,
Disc,
so you-
It's one of our
disc
classes.
assessments.
So
Yeah.
it's one of our classes that we do, personality styles.
If you guys have not taken your DISC profile, DISC, Google it. It's a free test. I think Tony Robbins has a free
I know,
one.
you guys have a free one.
We have one too, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
on.
it's in zone, yeah.
One logo.
Figure out what your personality is. You kind of be surprised, because you might not be what you think you are.
Hey, Tim, if I can just, real quick.
Yeah.
If there's, want to leave, I love what Ricky said, right? Epic Mortgage.
Yes.
Right? We focus a lot on 5 habits. I mean, there's a million different things you focus on, but 5 habits that I'm really promoting to my team in the mornings, videos, things of that nature to inspire them and help them start their day on the right foot. Because there's so much chaos, right? We usually, if you even come into the office, you're usually torn from what you had planned into doing something that doesn't even matter. So focus 80% of your time on the 20% that matters. Very important. So start your day with purpose. Have focus. Be intentional, right? Have clarity. Have gratitude, right? It helps with your mindset immediately when you start the day. Have focus. Know what your priorities are. That's where we find ourselves doing 50 different things, and at the end of the day, we don't accomplish anything. That really moved the needle, right? So have focus. Educate yourself every day, folks. Of course, knowledge is power. The more knowledgeable, the more confidence. The other one is action. No matter what classes you go to, right? No matter what team you're a part of, the first step is taking a step, is getting into action. Most of the problems that you might have, or you don't have clarity in your head, it's only going to get answered when you take that step. You can only think so much, so don't overthink. Don't try to be a perfectionist, right? And lastly, reflect on your day. What worked? What was great? What could you do better tomorrow? What do you need to focus on tomorrow? Use those 5 habits. If you guys haven't listened to Jim Rohn, R-O-H-N, back in the day, but he is still very relevant today. I leverage him a lot for the team just to have the right mindset and getting in action. That's where the money's at, is getting in action.
And let's do this, guys. In closing, start with you and go down the end. Take a minute or two, say hello to everybody, say goodbye to everybody, anything you want to close with.
I'm going to tell you what I've learned is that if you're going to go out there and get clients or get that listing, you have to have the confidence. It's kind of like, the fake it before you make it type thing. And what I learned in pharmaceuticals was the most important thing in sales, and we're selling ourselves, so we're not selling a product, right? The most important thing is product knowledge. Damon so you have got to be so up, you've got to know those stats, days on market, whatever, just off the top of your head. And it's great because Tim's sending them to us, every Monday morning. So product knowledge, know your stuff. Most important thing. And that will bring confidence, and that will help you get the deals.
Excellent. Go ahead, Haya.
I have to agree with that. You need to know, you need to be learning every day, but you don't need to focus only on learning. There's a lot of people that all they want to do is learn. I need to do more classes until I'm ready. I need to learn more. I need to, you know enough. Just take some action. Do what you have to do. Learn, know your stats, know your business, know what you're going to do, know your product. If you go on a listing presentation, make sure that you know the property, make sure that you know the comps, make sure that you know what you're going to do, how you're going to market it, and we will help you with that. But always think positive. I mean, don't go with a negative attitude that, I don't know if I'm going to get this listing, or I don't know if I'm going to get this buyer. Just if you believe you're going to do it, you're going to do it. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe you can do this. And if you always go with gratitude and with a mindset of service, you're going to go and service somebody. You're going to go help somebody find that dream home. You're going to help somebody sell that house before it goes in foreclosure, because they're going to go to foreclosure, and if you don't sell it, they're going to lose everything. Be of service to people. The more you give, the more you're going to get.
Amen.
Amen. And you need to know what you need. You need to know what you want, and then you need to know what you need to get what you want. What kind of career you want to have with real estate, right? What's the gap? What are you doing wrong to get what you want? So we'll help you get there, whether it's you need leads, calls, maybe you suck at the follow-up, you need live transfers, we offer live transfer leads, appointments set for you. So that goes back to splits too. It's are you giving me a layup for a client, right? On leads provided, this kind of thing. What's provided. But you need to know what you need help with in order to get there. And we can help analyze your business and tell you what's needed, but you need to know where you're at, where you want to go, and then we'll help you get what you need to get there, right? It's all about, like I said, breaking that plateau, getting a continuous checks. Hopefully people want that, so that's we kind of focus on that, how to get continuous stream of business. And I think a lot of agents kind of underestimate the value of a long-term client. So they're not looking into the future, they're looking at like a short-term paycheck focused right now. But you also have to look at how quickly you're building your database, your sphere. What's the long-term value of that?
All right, Daniel, take us home.
You know, I've heard the word action a few times. That's the most important thing. The most important thing in any business or anything that you do is taking action.
Yes.
And as it relates to this particular panel, we're team leaders. We're trying to build our teams. We're trying to expand the teams. You, as the agent who might be trying to join a team, what are the tools that that team is giving you to take action? I could sit up here every day and say, you need to take action. You need to do this. You need to do that. Okay, what am I giving you to motivate you to put, when you're in front of a buyer or a seller, that gives you that advantage that the buyer or seller is going to say, I like what this person's saying. What is it? And when you're joining a team, you're giving up money. What are you getting for that money? That's what you should be thinking.
There you go. All righty, gang. Did you guys get something out of this, I hope? Right? Good stuff? Good stuff? Damien, Stace, Kaya, Nathan, Daniel, thank you so much, guys. Okay? I would recommend you guys reach out to them individually and talk to them if you have any thoughts on being on a team. Love the flyer, man.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
good job.
It's going to be the template.
I know it is. I know.